Hey guys, back here at the Innovation blog, talking today about the weird rules of creativity by Robert I. Sutton. I'm going to jump right in. I had a hard time with this article. It is interesting and it produces some good points, but I don't know if I agree with it entirely. Um, and he talks about how the past decade or so, innovation has been the goal of many of these companies. They want innovation, striving for innovation. They need innovation. Um, but they're saying that Robert Sutton is saying that a lot of the ways people produce innovation is not working well, but not for the reasons that we don't think it is. I'm going to go straight ahead and read a paragraph that I kind of have some struggle with. He says, managing for creativity, I've discovered, means talking most of what we know about management and standing it on its head. It means placing bets on ideas without much heed to their project ROI, or return of investment. It means ignoring what has worked before. It means taking perfectly happy people and goading them into fights among themselves. Good creativity management means hiring the candidate you have a gut feeling against. And as for those people who stick their fingers in their ears and chant, I'm not listening, when a customer is making suggestions, it means praising them and promoting them. Uh, Not sure if I really agree with that as a whole. I do think taking a lot of what we do and sticking it on its head in terms of what the corporate world does and suggest it's great for innovation. However, I do struggle um, with understanding why he thinks that not listening to the customer or hiring someone you have a strong inclination against really supports innovation, and he has a hard time really persuading me throughout the article of why this is so. It seems, I know it seems against common nature as much innovation sometimes does, but it also seems against the laws of business. If I'm an entrepreneur and I'm looking to hire someone to really help me innovate my product, if I don't trust them, how am I going to ever succeed? You know, in terms of helping us both delve into this product. Uh, if I don't trust the person I'm working with, then I'm limiting myself and what I can truly do to create a new innovation. We're going to continue on the article. He talks about three things that really help succeed, and they are increasing the range of the company's knowledge, causing people to see old problems in new ways, and helping companies break from the past. And I love the last two. Change perspective is essential when you're looking for a new innovative in design. I know one time, or what I actually do a lot when I'm trying to figure out something, I'm searching something, is I actually create a survey. Something we did for our I&D project. Actually, we created a survey to see everyone else's flight plans, travels, etc., to produce a strong picture of what everyone else's perspective is, because I just have one opinion and I might not see everything myself. So in creating a survey, I'm able to reach out and see the opinions of other people, understand the opinions of other people, and thus create a more holistic product or result due to that understanding. Something I think is very important when we're trying to innovate and create innovation, especially within a corporate world that is very strict and confined. Secondly, helping companies break from the past. I think this is where a lot of companies do get stuck. They don't give themselves enough room to reach out and try new ventures. There is the extremes where Google, they use 20% of every day or every worker's work time to work on new innovative ideas. But most companies if something works, they stick to it. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. But that's not the problem, because once it's broken, it's too late. You need to constantly be striving and pushing and breaking those norms that have been within a company. We saw this actually earlier on in the semester. I can't remember the article, but it was about about P&G really pushing towards not sticking with the strict standards that GE had been known for so long, but really working and striving towards innovation by incorporating new practices, new techniques, new people and a new mentality almost in the way they go about creating innovation. Um, in this, I do have some trouble with this article just because his ideas are so outlandish. You know, for example, if he has this graph right here, the weird ideas for managing creativity. You can kind of see that right there. Um, it's page 97 in the article if you're reading along. And the first one is they kind of break it down: conventional ideas that work and weird ideas that work. The first one is decide to do something that will probably, the conventional idea that works is succeed, then convince yourself and everyone else that success is certain. And the weird idea that works is fail, then convince yourself and everyone else that success is certain. If something's going to fail, then why would you ever follow it? I guess maybe I'm crazy, but that makes no sense to me. I understand taking a risk, but if it is 100% for certain going to fail, that's not a risk. That's called stupidity, and you do have to walk that fine line. So that I kind of struggle with that one. And actually, there's one I kind of understand. There's find some happy people, and the conventional idea that works is, and make sure they don't fight, and the non-conventional is get them to fight. I understand kind of the fight, because what you do there is you're bringing out the best in everyone, they're trying to, in a fight you bring out your best, you bring out your best front in order to ensure success for yourself. And doing so, and if everyone's bringing out their best, they're collectively presenting the best at one table and enhancing that to create an optimal atmosphere for innovation. I actually do really like that idea, but as a whole, I'm a little wary of what he's written. I've had some times in the past, especially on retreats, where you try to get so innovative by doing something weird like this, and it backfires in your face. For example, I was a retreat leader, and it was a group retreat in high school, and the idea of the retreat is to enhance as a group. It's a senior retreat, meet for one last time. Well, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to, reach out, and instead of me as a group the whole time, give some individual time for these, students or peers, so they could completely understand what was going on. And, they can understand themselves before they understand the group. But by doing that, by giving them that freedom, it actually hurt everything, and in the end caused me to lose a couple kids and get in big trouble. But moving on anyway, another part of the article I really liked is it says on page 98, it says study after study shows that that independent of other factors, the more often people are exposed to something, the more positive they feel about it. Rare and unfamiliar things provoke negative evaluations. This mere exposure effect has been found, as Stanford psychologist Robert Zenjunik writes, from geometric figures, random polygons, Chinese and Japanese ideographs, photographs of faces, numbers, letters of the alphabet, letters of one's own name, random sequence of tone, food, odors, flavors, colors, actual persons, stimuli that were initially liked and initially disliked. People are unaware of this effect and routinely deny it happening, but it still persists. I think this mere exposure effect is something that innovation has a chance to really use to succeed. As a whole, with little exposure, it's really hard to provide and create innovation. Yet, if you can find an innovative way to create exposure, you look at the Facebooks and how it's permeating, or look at Twitter for the best example. Twitter, there's no advertising. They get exposure because celebrities use it, because people use it, your friends use it, everyone tweets. They tweet at someone, they hashtag it. Hashtag is becoming a new language now. I've actually heard people say in conversations, they're talking and they're like, hashtag I really like that. Well, Twitter is, getting that exposure factor without any advertising, which is great and is useful in such an innovative strategy that Twitter is using. With that being said, I'm kind of done with this article, so I hope you guys are doing well. Look forward to catch you next time. Take it easy. Have a good one.